Hello ladies, it's Desiree Matthews, and I wanted to talk to you about pictures and photography and sexting. You knew it had to be a catch to it. Well, I know a lot of you guys know that I used to work in the fashion industry. I was in there for over 10 years, and I took a lot of pictures. I made mistakes. I learned from them, and but I want you guys to understand what's going on today in today's society, how it can affect you, your actions, how your pictures can harm your reputation, and how sexting is definitely not the way to go. So let's talk about the first thing, photography, your photos. I'm not talking about just modeling photography, photos. I'm talking about your photos you post on Facebook, the photos you post on Twitter, on MySpace, all your social media, the ones that you might have on a website, ones that you might put in the album book you send to people. Bottom line is, if you take a picture and you look overly sexy, or if you look at the picture and you say, ooh, I'm doing something a little suggestive, whatever, that's not the picture you need to send out. Please understand that once you take a picture and you send it out into the world, you can consider it published. You can know for sure that you no longer have control over it. All right? So think about this. This is what I do. When I take a picture, I say, man, would I be embarrassed or ashamed if my father saw this? You know what I mean? That's what I would do. And if you are embarrassed, if you would be terrified when your father or your mother or your grandmother, whoever takes care of you, saw that picture, you would be terrified, that means that's not the right picture to take. That means there's something in that picture that you're not proud of, that is not a correct representation of who you are. Alrighty? So that's the first thing. Let's be aware of what we put on the internet. Let's be aware of the type of pictures we send out. What I've been seeing a lot on Facebook, I've seen some of my little sisters, they're bending over, they're being, overly sexy. That's not what you want to do. Girls, you got to understand, especially with social media, when it comes to employment, when it comes to people who are interested in doing business with you, maybe you have someone who wants to help you with something. Maybe someone's looking at you as a mentor, as you guys look at me. When you put these pictures out on the internet, you're sending the wrong message. You're sending a message of you being loose, overly sexual, promiscuous, and just someone who's not mature, okay? So you don't want to put those pictures on there. No pictures of you kissing boys, of naked boys, of you bending over, popping your booty, all that foolishness. You don't have to do all that. Furthermore, that doesn't make you beautiful. That doesn't make you sexy. You can be sexy and beautiful just the way you are. Show your sexiness. Show how beautiful you are by the actions you do, by how you carry yourself, by your intelligence, and by the good you do in your community, okay? The next thing we're going to talk about is sexting. So sexting, this is a new thing that a lot of people are doing, a lot of teens are doing, and pretty much what it is having sexual conversations and sending inappropriate pictures through text messaging. I know you think, okay, this is my boyfriend or whatever, we're not really having sex, but I like to tease him a little bit, or I send him a picture of my boobs or my booty or whatever he asked me to, so I send it to him. Okay. The first thing is you send him a picture of your boobs or your booty or whatever you were doing. You sent him a picture in his phone through text message. Remember we said again, if you couldn't see your parents or your guardian looking at that picture, don't send it out anywhere. And you did. So that's the wrong move, number one. Please know that as soon as it leaves your phone, okay, that means it's on his phone, on his memory card. As much as you guys love each other, as much as you guys, are going to get married, bottom line is he has a naked picture of you. If he ever gets upset with you, if you guys ever break up, if he wants to control you in any kind of way, he now has the resources to do that. He can post it online. He can do whatever he wants to do. So as soon as it leaves your phone, it's over and done with. There are so many cases of famous people, for example, who back in the day, they weren't famous back in the day. They didn't even know they were going to be famous when they grew up. They took some compromising pictures, and now, bam, they're in their stardom and their limelight. And some Joe Schmo comes around, oh, I got a picture of so-and-so, and she's butt naked. You're like, well, wait a minute, that was between you and I, that was private. You never know the situations, and you guys are going to be, you know, not necessarily just famous, but you guys are going to be hot stuff, big stuff when you grow up. So you got to make sure that you're protecting your image right now. The other thing is text messaging. Texting inappropriate language or having sexting over your text message, please understand that there's a record of your text messages. There's a record that you can pull of your instant messages. Okay? Don't do it. Don't set yourself up. Don't put yourself in positions where you have to explain later. Oh, I was just doing this. I was just doing that. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? Furthermore, it's just a tease that's not going to go anywhere. So, ladies, just remember, we got to be very conscious of what pictures you put out, how it reflects you, what message it sends. We also have to remember we don't want to ever engage in sexting. We don't want to send naked pictures over the internet, through your phone. We don't need to do all that stuff because bottom line is we are here. We want to protect our reputations. We have a lot of things that we want to do in life, and we certainly don't need some, you know, just crazy picture ruining our entire lives for us, all right? So if you guys have any questions, you know, you can hit me up on Facebook or Twitter, or shoot me an email here at DesireeMatthews.com. If you guys have some pictures that are questionable and you think they're sexy and you're not sure, feel free to send them to me. It'll be between you and I. Or send them to my personal email. Shoot me an email and I'll give you an address to send it to, so we can talk about it and we can you know, look over it before you send it to someone. But that's pretty much it. I just want you to be conscious of what image you're putting out to the world. I love y'all very much. Again, thank you for visiting DesireeMatthews.com. Bye.